Okay, we're going to call the regular meeting to order. This time I'd like to ask everyone to stand for the salute of the flag and a moment of silence.
Oh, excuse me, Council President, we had one of our former BAs. No, was he BA Stanley?
Marcinzik.
Yeah, Marcinzik.
Oh, did he?
He passed away.
Oh, really?
So let's
He
keep
was a
him in mind.
BA with George Balasag.
Yes, he was.
If we can also keep Stanley Marcinzik in our prayers tonight. He was a former business administrator here in the town. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilman Stolen?
Here.
Councilwoman Rhodes? Councilman Malillo?
Here.
Councilman Rivera?
Here.
Council President Ritchie?
Here.
Mayor Sealy?
Absent, is not feeling well tonight.
First thing we have on the agenda is our Director of Office on Aging, Donna Falconberry.
Donna, would you come up? Proud
Donna
to have Donna
Falconberry.
here tonight. Donna Falconberry is actually only our second Director of the Office on Aging. She's been here probably 4 months?
Since April.
Since April, so May, June, July, August, September. Oh, 6 months, time flies.
It does.
And Donna's got a lot of good things going on at the center, and I felt it would be great to have her here because truly she is the face and directs all the activities down there. And you know, I'm always talking about the senior center every meeting, but it's good to hear from her directly. So I asked her to come here tonight.
Thank you, Marge. One of the reasons I came tonight is because, generally speaking, the senior center, the Office on Aging, a lot of people don't even know what we do, where we are, what we're about. So I'm just going to start with a very informal quiz because who else should know but our esteemed council? And unfortunately, the mayor's not here, just to see how much you actually are aware. Does anyone know what year the center actually opened? And bonus for the month.
It's got to be about 21 years or 22 years, because we celebrated the 20th anniversary.
It is. It was 1995, December of 1995, which will make it 22 years.
Okay.
This year. And
Was it May?
it was December.
December, okay.
December, right around Christmas time. Councilman Malillo, you can answer this. Where is the center located?
In a basement.
True. Where?
Arlington.
Yes, that's the address.
Crescent Park.
Crescent Park.
It's
that's
Crescent
the name,
Park,
yes.
thank you.
Yeah, that's
Crescent
the name.
Park apartment buildings in the senior complex in Spotswood. We are located in the back of the Crescent Park Apartments. How old do you need to be to get into the center, to become a member of the center?
I'm
55.
recusing myself because I know this.
55.
55,
I'd say.
very good, 55. So that being said, while I'm not going to call anyone out, there are a few of you up there who are at least 55 and aren't members, so I'm just going to leave these with you.
Thank you, Donna. I'm already a member.
Informational packets.
Thank you, Donna.
A broad range of.
How do you know I'm 55 or
This is for
older?
the mayor.
Okay.
I got my eye on you. We offer a lot in our town for our seniors. And while you don't think 55, I mean, any 55-year-old will say, I'm not a senior. I have to tell you, the 60-year-old's going to say that, the 65-year-old's going to say that, your 80-year-old is going to say that. I'm not a senior. So if you think it's about just for old people, you're misinformed and you are missing out, I have to tell you. That's why we kind of made our newest, our tagline or our motto, live your life, forget your age, because we offer something for everyone at whatever stage you are in. So we're officially known as the Spotswood Office on Aging and Senior Resource Center. The senior center is the recreational part. We provide exercise classes, art classes, computer classes, educational presentations, parties, trips, and events. Beth is our program coordinator. She does an outstanding job every month of bringing tons of activities that are available to any Spotswood resident 55 and over, who all they need to do is fill out a registration form, provide proof of age and residency, so a driver's license, and you're in. And if you have an email, you can sign up to get our newsletter emailed to you. So you get all the information right at your fingertips. The Office on Aging part, that's the social service side. So we provide Medicare counseling, and Medicare counseling is also called SHIP counseling, State Health Insurance Assistance Plan. It's a really, really important service that New Jersey provides to its seniors. I'm a SHIP counselor. Beth is a SHIP counselor. We have a SHIP counselor, a volunteer that comes in. There is a great resource for anyone who has questions if you're just getting into Medicare, or if you are in Medicare and it's open enrollment time. That this is something that everyone can take advantage of just by calling. It's free and unbiased. We are not affiliated with any insurance companies. We give you the information, we educate you, and then you make your decisions. We also offer income tax preparation. We're a host site for AARP, so free to seniors. They come to the office, you just make an appointment. And as long as the tax return is not ridiculously complicated, then we can provide that service to you. We do property tax rebate, information and assistance, PTRs, homestead credits. All of those applications can be processed through our center. Let's see. We also help with utility assistance. There are programs out there for income-eligible seniors where you can get assistance with your heating and your energy bills, your heating and your AC bills. We can help you with that. We can help you with Medicare savings programs, again, for income-eligible seniors who are on Medicare. There are programs that can help you pay your premiums, help you with your co-pays for prescriptions, so we offer that service. We also administer home improvement grants. We do the CDBG grant, which is given to our center to, again, income eligible, but it's a pretty fair income qualification where you can get your home safety or home improvement for safety or modifications for a handicapped, up to $3,000 lifetime maximum. And we have a residential maintenance grant through the county that you can get up to $1,500. So again, we can't fix everything, but if there are some repairs, or if you need a handicap ramp or grab bars or things like that, we can help you with those costs. We also provide medical transportation to seniors who can no longer drive. Josephine is our transportation coordinator. You call her to make the appointment. Larry is our driver, and he can bring you to appointments within Spotswood, East Brunswick, Monroe, parts of Old Bridge, not too far out, but within the local area. We drive you there. When you're ready, you call, we pick you up. That's a really important service because transportation in New Jersey, if you're not driving, is impossible or near impossible. So if you find you're at a loss for that, you can call our office. We also offer transportation for shopping, food shopping, local shopping trips, the bank, the post office, as well as trips to restaurants and other events. So again, transportation is such a vital service that we provide. And of course, we are a resource center, so if we can't help you, we can find someone who can. That's part of what we do. We have a very active Friends of the Office on Aging organization, and they support our center with events, parties, weekly bingo, bus trips to AC, the second Tuesday of every month. They've donated items to our center, and they also, over the years, and they also make a monthly donation to our kitchen fund. So I would be remiss if I did not thank our friends for all the support that they give us. So I'm just going to share a couple of things that are coming up in the next few weeks. This Wednesday, October 25th at 12 noon, there's going to be a fire safety presentation given by John Cosick. It's in honor of October is Fire Prevention Awareness Month, and we'll be giving out the fire extinguisher spray cans. We didn't want to get the full fire extinguisher; those are a little difficult to lift and maneuver. So we figured this was a quick kitchen fire kind of thing. You spread it out. Any Spotswood resident who comes and attends the presentation can get one of those for free. This same day, that evening, 6:30, we have the head of the SHIP department in New Jersey. Her name is Mary McGeary. She will be coming to our center to make a presentation for open enrollment, presenting what's happening in 2018, all the changes, what you can expect, what you should be looking for. She is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Medicare. So we are booked on that, by the way. We had to limit it due to the size of the center. So we are fully booked, and we're looking forward to helping people. We won't be doing any individual counseling that night, but there's your opportunity to speak to myself or Beth or Richard, our volunteer, and make an appointment if you need help, a more detailed assistance afterwards. October 31st, 12 noon, Halloween party. Yes, it's fun to be a kid again. Everyone wears costumes, and we have games and prizes, and it really is, that part of the center makes you feel like, all right, I have worked hard all my life. Now it's time for me to have some fun, like I did when I was a kid. November 9th, I really want to impress upon the community, whoever can attend this. We are doing a special Veterans Day presentation at 1 o'clock at the center. We've partnered with Barb Cottrell, who is a wonderful volunteer, and she directs our senior chorus, the Young at Heart Chorus. So they are going to be singing some patriotic songs. We are going to weave in we have a few veterans that have offered to tell their stories, so we're going to get some veterans' memoirs. We have a drama class at the center, so a few of our drama students will be presenting readings and passages, patriotic passages, and we've partnered with the school district. They are closed, so they're unable to attend and videotape it for us, but they're lending us a video camera and a tripod, and Pat O'Brien, our computer teacher, will come in and videotape it for us, and it will appear on SPSN. I think it's important that people see the importance of what we place on Veterans Day, and I would like to highlight that, so I asked Andrew Zaborny, and he graciously offered that for us. So that's on November 9th. And it will be, obviously, at some point in the future on Channel 26 on Comcast, Channel 43 on Fios. So this is just a sampling of many of the things that go on our center. I encourage any resident 55 and over to register. You'll automatically receive our emails. And if you're on Facebook, you can also like the Spotswood Office on Aging, and that helps you to get a chance to see not only what's going on at the center, but pictures and a little glimpse into what it looks like and what it's all about. Finally, I'd like to thank the Borough for the continued support of our office and our seniors. After your children leave the school district, or if you've never had children in the school district, there's sometimes a disconnect between the community and yourself. This is an opportunity for people to reconnect with their community in an educational way. You never stop learning, and in a fun way. Like I said, you get to be a kid again. So from 55 to 95 to 100, whatever age you are, we offer something for you. So thank you for allowing us to do that. We're looking forward to bigger and better and greater things. And my parting gift to all of you, these are our center wristbands, and they say, live your life, forget your age. So I'll hand these out to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Now, I know you all wish you were 55, right, to join this. Donna, you did a great job off the cuff.
Thank you, Donna.
I asked her if she wanted a PowerPoint, and she really just felt that she wanted to speak from the heart, and truly
Get your ready.
so impressive and
I gotta put this.
such a great addition to our borough. So Donna, thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome.
And does anybody have questions for Donna?
No, but I think as a community, we can be so very proud of what we're able to do. Being as small a community as we are, we have a knock your socks off senior center. And it's so great to have Donna there now with new, fresh energy and
Yeah.
looking for all great things.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Donna, can you please come back up again? There's a couple of questions.
How are you funded? How are we funded? Basically through the budget in the borough. We get assistance from grants. We have grants from Middlesex County, federal grants, and then of course we have the Friends of the Office on Aging who assist us. We get donations. The seniors will offer donations through our kitchen, through transportation. So all of that, it's kind of a mixture of everything that allow us to do all the things that we do.
How many paid employees are there?
4. There's 4. There's myself, Beth, who's our program coordinator. There's our transportation coordinator, Josephine, and then Larry, our driver.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
I just want to highlight that the seniors also give back to the community. As a person who works at St. Peter's University Hospital, their knitting group contributes beautiful gowns that they've knitted for our babies that pass, babies that are born, lap robes for our seniors. I mean, they really are just so generous of themselves.
We have a lot of talented seniors that come in in a variety of capacities and get to use those talents again in another way to give back to their community. So, like I said, it's. I really encourage you, for whatever reason you need us or use us, to use us, because we really, that's what we want to be. We want to be able to help every senior. We represent every senior. So.
And, you know, Volunteer Week in April, there's got to be 60 or 70 volunteers that we recognize that contribute their talents in some way, shape, or form down at the senior center to just make the place the amazing place it is. So truly, give from the community back to the community. It's a beautiful circle of life.
Yeah, it's a family. It
Yeah.
really is.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
Donna, thanks again to you and your staff. You want to do the reading?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Pat's going
Oh, Pat's going to do it?
You want to do it?
to. Just read it in.
Well, Pat does the ordinances.
Yeah, do you want to do the second ordinance readings?
Yeah, after she reads it. First,
that's what I'm saying.
She has to read it.
I'm going to read it.
Okay, we have ordinance on second reading. This is a public hearing. Ordinance 2017-13 was posted in the municipal building on October 12, 2017, and advertised by summary in the Home News on October 15, 2017. Public hearing was set for October 23, 2017. An ordinance of the Borough of Spotswood, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 28, Police Department, amending Sections 2-1, Department Established, Composition, and 28-3, Control of Department.
Is there a motion to open this?
Motion to open?
Second it.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes. Essentially what this motion is it's bringing the police department's procedures and policies in line with the accreditation process they're going through. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and ask any questions about this?
Make a motion to close public hearing?
Second?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes. This time I move that the ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and be published according to law.
Second?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have another ordinance on second reading. This is the public hearing. Ordinance 2017-14 was posted in the municipal building on October 12th and advertised by summary in the Home News on October 15th. Public hearing was set for October 23rd, 2017. bond ordinance amending in part bond ordinance number 2016-11, adopted on August 15, 2016, providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of capital equipment in order to increase the appropriation therefore by $150,000 for a total appropriation of $675,000, and to increase the authorized bond and notes to be issued to the finance a portion of the cost thereby $142,500 for a total debt authorization of $640,500 authorized in and by the Borough of Spotswood in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Make a motion, we open this ordinance for hearing?
Second?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes. What this ordinance does is basically adds to a previous ordinance in order for us to get some more money together to replace HVAC systems throughout the town. Borough Hall, for example, the HVAC system has been down since, end of spring? We've been working with portable air conditioners. Everything that was put in when the building was built is life limited and all needs to be replaced. And we also have a couple other places throughout the town that need to have HVAC equipment worked on, along with other things that we need for town. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and discuss any of this?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo? Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We're going to adopt.
Oh, I'm sorry. At this time, I move that this ordinance be adopted on second and final reading, be published according to law.
Second?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have an ordinance on first reading. Public hearing is set for November 8, 2017. Ordinance 2017-15. Bond ordinance amending in part bond ordinance number 2017-05J, adopted on July 17, 2017, providing for the cleaning, cement lining, and replacement of water mains within the Cottage Streets area in order to increase the appropriation therefore by $150,000 for a total appropriation of $1,400,000. To increase the authorized bonds and notes to be issued to finance a portion of the cost thereof by $153,000 for a total debt authorization of $1,400,000, and to increase the allocation of the appropriation to costs permitted under NJSA 40A:2-20, authorized in and by the Borough of Spotswood and County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Move that we set the public hearing date for November 8th and publish it according to law.
Second?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have another ordinance on first reading. Public hearing is set for November 8th. Ordinance 2017-16. Bond ordinance amending in part bond ordinance number 2017-06J, adopted on July 17, 2017, providing for the planning and design of various roadway and utility improvements within the Cottage Streets area in order to increase the appropriation therefore by $2,410,000 for a total appropriation of $2,600,000, to increase the authorized bonds and notes to be issued to finance a portion of the cost thereof by $2,410,000 for a total debt authorization of $2,590,000, to increase the allocation of the appropriation to costs permitted under NJSA 40A:2-20, and to expand the scope of the improvements to include the construction of various roadway and utility improvements within the Cottage Streets area, authorized in and by the Borough of Spotswood in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Move that we set a public hearing for November 8th, 2017, and publish it according to law.
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have another ordinance on first reading. Public hearing is set for November 8th. Ordinance 2017-17, an ordinance of the Borough of Spotswood, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, authorizing the establishment of a government energy aggregation program.
Move that we set a public hearing date November 8, 2017, and publish this according to law.
Second?
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have resolutions under the consent agenda. Council President, council members, I'll take a motion to accept the resolutions on consent agenda, resolutions 2017-158 through 2017-161 and 2017-163.
Make a motion, will you pass the resolutions?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes?
Yes.
Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Yes.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes.
We have two resolutions under resolutions authorizing. Resolution 2017-162, Borough Council authorized the CFO to draw checks for firefighters' clothing allowance for the year 2017. And 2017-164, payment of bills. Need a motion to accept those two.
Motion to accept those two resolutions, 2017-162 and
Second.
2017-164.
Second?
Second.
Councilman Stolen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rhodes? Councilman Malillo?
Yes.
Councilman Rivera?
Abstain.
Council President Ritchie.
Yes. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Okay, at this time, comments from the council members. John?
All I think I have is just the Board of Education, the tomorrow. Meeting tomorrow at the, not tomorrow? Well, you switch around. What's going on? I don't know. What's going on? He's had a meeting last week. Every 2 weeks, isn't it?
First and the third.
When is the next one? He must have got to say it right.
Next week.
Next week.
Next, following week? So that's the 31st, no, it can't be that day.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, the first Tuesday of November.
I didn't hear it.
First Tuesday of November.
The first Tuesday, all right.
Election
So
day?
that would be the,
Election day.
first, second.
It's election day.
It should be
Stop
the,
for no one.
what is that? That's the
Election night.
That's election night, the 7th.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna demonstrate.
November 7th, all right. It's the 7th, yeah. Because we got a meeting the next, yeah, we got a meeting the 8th. Yeah. November 7th, okay. So then that Board of Education, they're running around. Okay, that's all I got, Mr. President.
Thanks, John. Kurt?
This coming Sunday, the mayor and council pancake breakfast. As Donna said, it's good to stay in touch and connect with your community. This is a great opportunity for people to get together, sit with your neighbors, talk about things, meet some new residents of Spotswood, and have a great breakfast. And on top of that, help the Cup Food Pantry at the same time. We have a great menu coming up. We have eggs and bacon and sausage and pancakes and hash browns, and sometimes we have some surprises at the top of that. So we hope we can see everyone there.
And
Thanks.
the mayor cooks a hell of an egg.
Very good, very good. Good breakfast.
Marge?
And
Expect a
Jackie
lot.
does some good pancakes, too.
Am I making pancakes then?
Sure, you want
coming
to
back?
volunteer?
Then I would.
Absolutely.
Jackie will be the pancake
And
mistress.
it's truly an endless buffet, so you get a meal, but then you're welcome to come back up again and again, and you don't get that when you go to the diner, right? You just get a single plate, so take advantage is right. Over the years, we've raised probably over $8,000 or more,
Oh, like 12 to 1,500 a year, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have
yes.
a total, on Sunday.
yeah.
And if you
so-
want to bring something to give to Cup, you can bring it. We'll collect any foods that you bring for Cup.
Yeah.
I put in a special request that Councilman Rivera do the.
Can't hear you.
Can Councilman Rivera do the serving?
You want him to be one of the servers?
Sure he can. We want him at the table.
Oh, boy. Sheesh.
And actually, Donna was here tonight, so there's no report from me. She did a fabulous job.
I can let you know that, thanks to Councilman Malillo, we will be transporting seniors to the breakfast on Sunday.
Terrific.
Go
Very
with the
good, thank
bus.
you.
I just asked them for a heads up when the bus is going to arrive, so we have extra pancakes ready to go.
Party time is 9 o'clock, so be ready.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Jose?
On Saturday, we had an incident where a gentleman was lost in the woods. We had a couple of members of the police department that were inside the woods and everything. They did a great job. EMS, fire from Spotswood, Helmetta, East Brunswick. Everybody was involved.
State police with their helicopter.
Yeah,
for
state
light.
police with their helicopter. Again, the 3 officers, well, 1 came out, but the other 2 that stayed inside the woods did a great job, and they brought the guy out on stoke basket that he had to be carried out with East Brunswick firefighters. One was Taylor, and the other one,
Skibnevsky.
yes, thank you, because I was going to destroy the last name.
You guys.
Okay, and the only thing we got was compliments from East Brunswick that these guys did a great job. That's all I have to say.
Terrific.
Thanks. Dawn, do you have anything to add for the mayor tonight?
Just to remind everyone that Recreation's annual trunk or treat is Tuesday, October 31st in the high school parking lot from 6:30 to 8:30. They do an awesome job, and I'm sure they'll do so again this year.
Thanks, Rich.
What part of the parking lot?
The senior parking lot is where the cars will be set up, and then the front parking lot will be for parking, for people that are just attending.
All right, because last time they said that the senior parking lot was going to be closed off.
No, that was
That was last week, Councilman.
Okay,
Yeah, we're going to still make use of that side parking lot. We are not using the gym, though. We're going to go into the cafeteria for the pizza party and dance and DJ.
Very good, thank you. All right, at this time, is there a motion to open it to the public?
Motion to open to the public?
second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 If anyone would like to come up, speak about anything you want to speak about, please step up to the podium.
Jackie Palmer, Shupin Street. I was very happy to see, obviously, last week, Mayor Sealy go through the EMS report that we had put together. And I know I disappointed you, Council President, when I didn't get up and speak, and you looked at me. But I wanted to kind of digest it a little bit on what was said. And it's now more than 2 years ago that I remember having stood up here and argue that the right move was to do all of our homework and research what we needed to do for EMS. So I am happy that whatever we decided and the homework that we did and the research that we put in, and I know Councilwoman Rhodes and Council President, both of you were not necessarily convinced when we first started this process, but it was very eye-opening, I think, to all of us. So I appreciate the hard work that you guys put in on it. I appreciate being part of that committee. As you know, I will support you and, back whatever it is you need me to do in the future. So I just wanted to say thank you. And unfortunately, the mayor's not here for me to say thank you to him also, but I appreciate the hard work that you guys have done.
And thanks to all the members, Ed, yourself, Andrew, Charlie.
I do have a question. How much money have we bonded so far to date in 2017?
I don't know the number off the top of my head. I can certainly get back to you with it.
Because I feel like every time we come to a meeting, we're bonding $1 million here, 800,000 there.
The problem is the town keeps breaking.
Well, because we haven't done anything in how many
And
years?
that's part of the problem, because so many
Right.
things were deferred for so many years. I mean, just these water projects that we're running into, we're very reactive to them because
I mean, my concern is going in the future, right? We're bonding so much money, now what happens? What happens to all of our residents who want to move out of here because we can't afford it anymore? And I can't sell my house because you drive down Main Street, to my mother's point last week, and looks like who did it and ran, right, in this town. And then you try to sell your house, it may be nice, but your taxes, overrun what we have. It's becoming stressful. And what happens with all this bond money that we're borrowing and we're going into all this debt for what? Like, what's going to happen? I mean,
Well,
are we not going to, none of us are going to be even able to live
Fortunately,
here.
that's going to be there for a few more years, but there's projects that just can't be held off anymore.
But I guess, how did we get here? I mean, all of you have been, not all of you, most of you have been sitting here for a while now.
But you have to understand, it wasn't the council that made these decisions over the years. Administration is the one, you have prior mayors that just kind of deferred things, and, when you kick the can down the road, eventually the can's going to go to the end, and somebody's got to pick it up and go, now what?
But I understand that, but
least,
at what
our
point,
mayor is-
we elect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different people, right? We are putting our trust into our mayor and council, and if one person, that's why there's checks and balances, that's why there's a council and a mayor. If you guys are saying, oh my goodness, we have major problems, that's going back to the administration to say, hey, but I realize now we're in the reactive stage. There's nothing else we can
choice
do.
anymore.
We have no choice.
But again, understand the strong council, or the strong mayor, weak council form of government that we have. We have suggested things that, well, prior to my time, I know there were suggestions made to previous mayors. In my time, there were suggestions made to the last mayor.
Well, we
again-
shouldn't even talk about that.
But again, when the can
Let's
gets
just
kicked,
not even comment on that.
kicked down the road, what are you going to do?
But you're right,
Really,
we lost
Jackie,
4 years.
We have not stopped repairing things. We've had water plants go down. We have continuously been water main relining, repairing water plants, building a new municipal building. Every administration has had something hit them and that had to be taken care of. Much of what you see is grants for doing road improvements where we get DOT project money, or we get this USDA fund grants that we're getting. So a lot of that bonding we have to put in place in order to get the grant. That's why I asked that question before. But no administration has just sat by and let the place fall apart. I mean, since I've been here and Mayor Zagnit was here, we were aggressively attacking everything we could afford as we went.
Right. And I mean, I asked that a couple meetings ago and
I've
said,
never
what happened
felt-
to that, like we had done all the, we were doing the lining projects and then it stopped. I guess
At
we
some
know
point,
why
money
it
just
stopped.
runs out.
And we have been told by the CFO that we do have to start, things like doing these water main repairs on Latau and Clark and was it Wilson, the other one? These are things, we have to fund those. Those are things we're outright funding. But we do have to slow down. We've been told that. We're going to have several bad years until we get 3 or 4 years ahead when some other bonds will mature and drop out. So we do have to be very careful where the money is spent.
And thank God we have a CFO that knows what he's doing and is coming back to us and saying, here's where you can run, and when you get past this point, you can't go any further. So we have to prioritize projects right now. That's all we can do. But again,
Dawn, if you can email me that information, that would be fantastic. Thanks.
Thanks, Jackie. Anyone else like to come up?
Good evening. Ed Smith, 395 Old Stage Road. My question's, again, and I've been here many times, talking about Old Stage Road. Okay, and I'd like to find out, when was Old Stage Road repaved?
I can look it up.
Yeah,
5
okay.
years ago,
yeah.
I think.
I would say it was about 5 or 6 years
Yeah.
ago, because I remember the road was closed, and kids were skateboarding and riding bicycles, and I says,
It didn't last long, did it? It is a disaster.
the lower part by Brunswick Avenue is getting all cracked up. By 403 Old Stage Road is cracked up, is breaking up. The house next to me is starting to get cracks in it, but is not as bad as the other two I've mentioned.
Once you crest the hill and start going down to Summerhill, it's just falling apart.
Well, and then down that way. I know there's always been a problem down where the little market comes in. That's been an ongoing problem. and I know they tear it up every few years and fix it, and that's just, I believe that it's an ongoing problem with a spring or something that goes underneath the waterway that breaks that up.
Dawn, was that East Brunswick that paved all of Old Stage, or was that the
Yes,
county?
East Brunswick
No.
did it. It was a joint project, but East Brunswick designed
Right.
it. East Brunswick put it out to bid. East Brunswick did the construction administration. Lucas Brothers paved it, and the borough did some concrete work at that time, just
Yes,
handicap
right.
ramps and some concrete, but
Right, there was some
the
sidewalks done
project
at that
was
same
done
time.
in-house by East Brunswick through an interlocal.
Okay.
That's my recollection.
Okay, and...
Side seems to be faring worse than East Brunswick's.
And the other question I do have also is, once you bring that information back, okay, unfortunately, I do know I won't be at the meeting because it's a Wednesday night and I attend school on Wednesday evenings, but also what the life, or maybe you know right off the top of your head, what's the approximate life expectancy of a roadway like that?
Well, that was, as I recall, was a mill and overlay. It's a difficult question to answer.
Okay.
Because I experienced this in other towns too. The area you're describing, I have other roads that when trucks come down or vehicles come down, the braking forces are starting to shear the pavements. I was talking to somebody who's involved with, who works for an asphalt manufacturer, and he said since Super Pave came out, there have been 7 revisions to the design mix. They're going back to the old design because they're recognizing that Super Pave, which started maybe in '92, I think he was saying, that the asphalts have gone through revisions in the designs because it's not holding up as they anticipated. So they're kind of getting back to the old mixed designs is what he told me. It was just a casual conversation, but impromptu, but it came up because of a problem with asphalt somewhere. So it's just, I can't tell you
Okay,
because the new pavement designs.
and man, I totally respect your professional
That
opinion.
depends a lot on traffic.
It does.
Well, no, that's why I'm just asking, that's why I'm asking a
when you
question,
come
what the
over a
expected life
rise-
expectancy is, that's all.
And if you think about when you come over the rise on Old Stage and people start hitting their brakes, that is probably one area that I would guess from what you were describing that's starting to fail. A lot of these forces, I mean, there's a road in the South River, you go down the hill, we've had to repair it once and it needs it again because right in the bend and then they see the stop sign, start hitting the brakes and it shears. I've said it for a long time and there's nothing we can do about it, but the asphalt when I started in this business was much different. The asphalt that was put down on every road in your town over, 2 inches over stone held up for 50 years. But what's manufactured now is more environmentally friendly, but it's just a product of that. And I mentioned Lucas Brothers because they're a fantastic company. That wasn't said with any disrespect. If anybody did a good job, they were the go-to company at that time. So it wasn't. It's just, but.
Okay, and going back to what Bruce said about trucks, okay? Just last week, I saw a Sunoco oil truck, okay, coming down Old Stage Road. I only know of 2. There's one on Riders Lane in Milltown, and there's one on Route 18. I don't know why they have to come down Old Stage Road. We need to get the truck vehicles that are more than 4 tons off that road. It's destroying it.
The problem with that is the police department's aware of it, but they can't dedicate a cop to just sit up there. When they catch them, they're pulling them over.
Maybe I should stand in the middle of the street and call for the police, and then they can ticket them, man. Is that what it takes? I mean, there's overweight trucks on there every day, all hours of the day.
Ed, I would love to tell you that we could dedicate a cop out there for a
I'm
couple
not
of
asking
hours
you
a
to
day.
dedicate it, but somebody's got to be driving. There's got to be someone from the police department driving by seeing overweight trucks.
We'll bring it back to the chief again.
Good, thank you.
That's all we can do.
Thank you.
I agree with Ed. That is like a pass-through. That's Old Stage Road. You can
It
see
is.
them coming all the way down through East Brunswick and then going into Old Bridge.
They're taking the shortcut.
I just noticed it tonight. There was a steady stream of cars just coming through.
The
It is
problem
a
is
very
during the day,
busy
you
road.
have either 2 or 3 cars working on the road, and
Yeah.
You know, if they're up there and they can catch something, they do stop them.
East Brunswick.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up to the public portion? Oh, come on up, Ed.
I'll have to come up a second time?
Sure.
Okay.
Third time, whatever.
I'd like to get a report from the police department, how many tickets they've issued out in the last 2 years for overweight vehicles on Old Stage Road. Kim, thank you.
Are you going to ask the chief, Dawn, or do you want him to do an Oprah request?
I'll mention it to the chief, but you really should do an Oprah request so that it's an official.
Can you Oprah that to the chief?
Exactly
Okay.
what you're looking for, like put a time span in.
Yep.
Send the Oprah to the chief on that one.
Basically the same question I just asked in the public portion of the meeting.
But that's the procedure. We'll ask them, but just to cover it, just send an Oprah, just email an Oprah in.
It goes to the borough clerk.
Okay. Send it to Pat. Send your request up to Pat. She'll pass it down to the chief. All right, is there a motion to close the public?
I want to say, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I went over my head before.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. I want to thank Donna Falkenberry, but the bus, I want to say it, which I'm supposed to say. Thank you for that bus, and I called you, and you looked into it, and you told me the circumstances of it, and we're doing very good with the bus.
I just need a list from you, John.
We're doing good. It's going to be a full bus anyway, and plus over.
I'm very grateful that you were able
Yeah.
to rally the seniors and get them to
I
go.
want to thank you for that,
Great job.
very much, very much. That's
Okay. Oh,
Lillian Tedesco, 294 Woods End Court. I've been appointed by the president of the Residents Association of Clearwater to be the liaison between the council and the association, just for your information. And I find it interesting with Donna's talk today, and I'm going to relay that information back to the residents.
Great.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
thanks, Lillian. Anyone else?
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, before we adjourn, our next meeting is going to be on Wednesday, November the 8th at 7:30 PM. Thank you all for coming. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Good night.